Cool.
All right, so we live on that, and we just get started whenever we're ready.
We all got to reset our Discord. I mean, our Audacity.
Yep.
Yeah, Flash. Since you ain't like I uploaded mine, but I just open to separate Audacity just in case you got some issues later. Like I saved it as Wave and all that jazz, but anyway, let you know.
If you saved it, then that's all you got to do.
Yeah. The streets are calling my name.
Don't forget to cut off your camera in Audacity.
What kind of accent was that supposed to be?
Not Audacity. What is it?
Discord. You sound like the Count Dracula.
Yeah, I was thinking
Count Dracula. Yes.
It sounds like
remind me of
So,
Count Dicula.
why is it okay to laugh at men who are getting abused by women? Or do we feel like this is a serious subject? Is this something that deserves attention?
Where does this come from? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. I was thinking to myself, if I heard of a man getting beat up by a chick, I would laugh at it. And why is that acceptable? And I feel like
the nigga's asking a question that can be directed toward himself. Like he's the nigga that's a lot of niggas that get beat up by women.
Exactly.
Like Shake wants us to answer for him, like, yo, why do niggas like him laugh at niggas who get beat up by women? Shake, you wild, man. You wild nigga, Shake. Who's moderating on Mash? You up again, right?
I'm just still shaking my head off this nigga said, yo, why do I do the things I do, guys? Hey guys, why do I do the things I do? Because most of the time when I be doing shit, I
think it's acceptable. And you guys
why do people still use the term faggot? Fuck it, I'm gonna keep using the term faggot. But I feel like that's the equivalent to what you just did, bro.
It's Shay.
All right, everybody got their shit started? You gonna do the rundown, Flash?
Oh, let me start my.
Oh, I'm starting mine too.
My current event shit. 1 second.
Now earlier I called Flash a faggot and TJ agreed. She was like, "Yup," and then she's like, "Wait, no, it's offensive."
I did not agree. I would never agree to that.
Yeah, I ain't flinched, but I know she didn't agree, nigga. I don't know.
She definitely did. She didn't.
She let y'all know that we also live right now.
We should go back in the video.
Go back. I want to see.
We live, but we're not public. It's cool. It's cool.
I'm just making sure you just know that we are being recorded.
Yeah. No, it's all right. Shake.
But you gonna set us up or some shit? But you like shit like that?
Shake the faggot the word 3 times. I'm like,
just let you know.
Nigga, we own the rights to the content, nigga. Why you say like that? Like,
there's always someone listening.
Got him
out here. We're on air.
I'm never under the.
Let me ask you a question. Flash, you're the one who I've slain. You're the one who I'm not even gonna say offended. I'm gonna say who I have degraded, bro. Do you feel like I have offended you in any way? Because if you feel offended, I will take that back. Because I feel like this is a nation of people. I feel like in this generation right now, we have to respect people's feelings.
You're basically saying you're the only faggot in the room.
I think you're 100% right. And in the energy of that, my nigga, I want you to go eat a dick so we can start the second episode, nigga.
I ain't going front. If I cut off time is what 4 o'clock? We got less than an hour 20.
Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Clap it. Oh wait, hold on. Audacity.
You're not ready.
Everybody, Discord is 0 from before as well.
Yep.
Like output volume.
Facts. We in there. I'm in. I'm ready whenever y'all are.
All right, y'all. So let's do the countdown again, please. That'll be a 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do one more. 3, 2, 1. Let me get 7 seconds of silence. Yo, I'm sorry, but that shit reminded me of the shit from Harlem Nights when they
stop shooting that little shit. Why are you shooting that little shit for? God damn, you see me shoot machine guns and you see that little shit.
7 seconds of silence. All right, we Gucci.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Peace. Welcome to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet Podcast. It's your boy, man, aka Spew God Drip. Please say the drip. Don't say it at all. I'm here with my beautiful team of black people. I got. I'm gonna start with the Ice Queen, aka TJ. Hello,
what
Queen.
What up, tribe? Hey, Marge, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for pointing me out. How you feeling?
I'm doing great. Claiming it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Next, I want to intro my man Flash, the philosopher. Flash, what's good with you, black man?
What's good, King? What's good, tribe?
Ain't shit. Same old. I want to bring it to my girl, Lil Mo. How you feeling today, love?
I'm good. How are you? What's up? What's up, crew? How y'all doing out there?
I was gonna fuck up your intro. I ain't gonna do that today.
Zone 13, section 58.2.
Section 5. Section 5.
Mo was section 5.
Thank you, Flash. What I'm gonna say? Don't zone my shit.
Zoning your shit. My bad, Mo.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my man Shake the Wanderer. Shake, you there, boy?
Yo, we out here, baby. We out here. I thought you was doing it the exact opposite
Literally
way.
Literally wanted in. Loving it.
Nah, you good, bro. You good. Shout out to my man, the introvert of the gang, Boogie. What's good with you, King?
What's going on, everybody? Peace and love. I'm finally reporting on the West Coast, Portland, Oregon. So
yes,
okay.
West Coast.
Yeah. Peace and love, tribe. Peace and love, family. Peace and love, all the listeners. You know.
Yes.
All right, sweet. So that's the gang. And now that we introed ourselves, we want to take a minute to talk about today's episode. Today's episode is very special. You know, we're gonna take time to talk about those people who are really, really key in our lives and influential in us being who we are and how we got to be here today. We're gonna talk about our mothers. Today's a special Mother's Day.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
I love you,
Mama.
You know I love you, Mama.
Mama, you're the queen of my heart.
Okay.
Your love is like tears from the stars.
Tears from the stars.
Mama,
I just want you to know. Loving you is like food to my soul.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh God, we sound horrible.
Yeah, that's definitely. That was trash. That was utter trash.
Like you guys, like dedication. I get a lot of points on that.
I don't know what our group name would be, but that shit was trash.
That's NFT, my nigga.
Bad Temptations or some shit like that.
That
could work with some shit.
That's our TikTok right there. Okay.
Is that your favorite mom song? Because my
favorite mom song. No, that one and Dear Mama.
I was thinking about Dear Mama. We fucking around and copyright.
Yo, I forgot all about that shit. Yo, I was gonna say Kanye West Hey Mama joint, but I forget.
Yeah.
Tupac was my favorite mama song.
Even as a crack fiend.
Mine is also Sister. Thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carry me. All those pain and suffering. Fire. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. Yes.
Mama's
That's Caribbeans, right?
Caribbean. Yeah.
My favorite mama song is from The Intruders. It's kind of old and throw it back. It's called "I'll Always Love My Mama." I'll always love my mama. Before me in this world. That's my shit.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, we love those songs.
I need lyrics. I can't even recite shit with y'all.
It's all good, bro.
So just move your lips, act like you were saying
that. The only part I knew was I'll always love
my mama. That's it. So just move your lips like you're doing it. Everybody gonna believe you are. Like, oh, that's Flash going too.
So yo, Mother's Day is a celebration of honoring mothers, right? And it's also about celebrating motherhood and maternal bonds, right? Over time, it's become a lot more commercialized than it was intended for initially. But what I want to talk about with you all is how you feel about your mamas. Now, this is a little off topic because we had some talking points that we had originally discussed, but I want to know how y'all feel about your mama. It don't got to be nothing long. It could be something short or it could be long, but I just really want to know how you feel about your mama real quick. Boogie, can you start? Because you Haitian, and I know anything about Haitians that Haitian mothers love their sons. So
yes, they do.
You as a Haitian boy, how you feel about your mom, bro?
I definitely feel like I feel like I've been a sensitive, like just adult growing up, and I feel like I get that from my moms, and I've kind of identify and just appreciate her for that because I don't know, it just helps me be better as a person. But yeah, just speaking about my mom's, yeah, she loves me, and like in terms of the love I give people, it's very clear. If you get to know me, you understand who you get it from, and that's her, you know, my mommy.
Okay. Why you love your mama?
Well, I love her. I mean, shit. Where do I start? I feel like this is someone who always mothers have a way of making you smile in their own way. Okay. And I feel like that's just always something I always have with my moms. We always have an optimistic energy. And it's like, I feel like, well, I don't want to get too ahead, but as an adult, I feel like we get along so much more than we did as children because I understand so much of just what she had to go through and just me as myself growing up. So we identify and just that much closer. So I love her because, you know, it's my mommy. I talk to every other day, you know, it's my people's.
That's beautiful, bro. Thanks for sharing that.
Thank you, bro.
Mo, how you feel about your mom?
The Jamaican queen. I am going to say, of course, I love my mother. I would say, me and my mother came a long way.
Yes, you have.
As opposed to as opposed to me being a teen with my mother, I'm gonna be very transparent. I don't think I liked my mother very much as a teen. I love my mother, but during that time, it was a lot of back and forth, and at that time, you don't understand what your parents is trying to instill in you. Now, me and my mother, I think number one, I think my mother's hilarious. Like my mother's hilarious. That is my ace boom coon. Like I literally could talk to my mother about anything, like things that I think that I can talk to my mother now. About anything. Yes, and so can TJ. Like I would think the things that I talk to my mother about now that I would never picture in talking to my mother about these things. But I talk to her. She's open. She's funny. Like, I love my mommy, and I think we came a long, long way. So
shout out to your mother. Shout out to your mother.
TJ, how you feel about your mom?
I want to just piggyback on Mo's mom.
Yeah,
she's my mom too.
Yes. Oh yeah.
We are
Let's talk about that.
Very similar. Mo's mom is fly as fuck. She's into getting her nails done and the bags matching the shoes. We just click.
TJ's mom is my mom.
Yeah, my mom is dark skinned. Mo is dark skinned. So it's like my mom is Mo's mom.
And my mom is her mom.
And Mo's mom is my mom. So I'm totally blessed to have both of them in my life.
Yeah.
In our lives. Yeah. My mother is
selfless. I love that. That's my mom.
I was gonna say the epitome of the word selfless.
Selfless. Right? Yep, that's my mom.
She's the person that will give you her last without asking any questions. She's the person in the family that everyone wants to come and tell their story to because she's gonna sit there and listen and not judge you. She's the person that you're going to come to and want to borrow money, whatever it is. And if she don't have it, she's going to find it and give it to you anyway, because that's
Mom's
just
got
the
your
person
back.
she is. She's super, super strong. She's educated. She has a master's degree. She's all about stability. She did whatever she needed to do to make sure that we were happy. She was the mom that was taking me, Mo, and whoever else was in the house. My cousin, she was playing mom to everybody, taking us on vacations and picnics and parks.
Right playland.
Yes, she was that mom that, is a mother to everybody. And I love her for that. I love her even more because, I'm not the easiest daughter, although I am her favorite daughter. I say that to her all the time. Gosh. She don't like to say who's her favorite, but I know it's me.
I'm her favorite.
And she listens to the podcast, by the way.
Nice. As she should.
Or it shouldn't, because I be sharing a little bit too much. And that leads me to say what I'm going to say right now. She's allowed me to really accept people for exactly who they are. And I am just grateful that my mom accepts me for who I am. I dated women, and I know every mom has like a plan for their child before they even like come out of the womb. And I'm sure she never wanted me to date women. And when I started dating women, she was like, what the fuck are you doing? Right. And that's like when we had a riff. And, you know, like our comeback from that is like, yo, I love you. Whatever the hell you want to do is on you, but I love you. And she just allowed me to just accept people for who they are. And I love that about my mother.
And I want to say one thing. I want to say one thing about TJ's mom, which is just different from my mom. And that's why I love TJ's mom too. See, that's my mom. My mom, and I call her my mom, but TJ's mom is adventurous. I remember we went freaking snowboarding.
Yes.
You know, and she did that like as a mom who does that. You know what I mean? Like I don't see my mother doing that.
She gets on the rides with us.
She gets on the rides. Yeah, like she's very, I love that. Can I say, I'm gonna say her name. I love that about my Aunt Gloria. Like that's my auntie. That's my mother. Like, I call her aunt, I've called her Auntie Gloria since I can't even remember when. Like that is my aunt. I love that about her. Like she's just the community mom. Like everybody goes to the house, she'll invite you over to dinner, she feeds you, she does all those things, and that's what I love about her. Like
and the love is genuine, it's real,
genuine. Yes, and to know that she went snowboarding, and I was like, oh my god, like Auntie Gloria's going snowboarding with us, like, and she'll go in the tube, like, she'll fall down, but she'll laugh, right? But the point is that she sucked at it, but the point that she did it, you know what I mean? Like I can't see my mom, like she's the mom that's gonna take that chance, and I love that about her.
That's what's up.
Thank
you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
Both of our moms, both of our moms on the dance floor is incomplete. Yeah, both of our moms on the dance floor. I can't battle them on the dance floor. I will bet anybody to battle my mother on the dance floor. I'm telling you that right now. I don't know.
It's like Megan.
She don't want no smoke. Let her know that she don't want no smoke with me. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get real.
You ready?
She would love Shake, by the way.
She would love Shake. Yeah, she would.
Let your mom know I'm extending this dance challenge. All right. The world's opening back up.
Yep, I got you. I make sure y'all in. All right,
I just want to go off with this disclaimer. My nigga Shake comes in with a hard 7 on your mom. You need to be ready. You need to be ready for the comments that she gonna say to you.
About the hard 7.
After she finishes the dance, she gonna be like, "What's up with that boy and his hard penis?"
Yo, Shake.
She want to dance on it and then tell us, you know,
if you ever going hot on my mom, bro, we fighting, bro.
Nah, we done. Go ahead.
We complete.
Shake, I'm warning you.
Yo, for the flash. I'm gonna say, go to you. How do you feel about your mom?
At my wedding or some shit, bro. We fighting, bro. Suiting on, bro.
Troy. Who's that boy?
Get the fuck away from my mom. Get away from my mom.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead, Flash.
Flash, how you feel about your mom, buddy?
Bro?
Oh man, my mom, she's probably one of the most funniest niggas I know. I love my mom. She's I think she's like the what do you call it, the matriarch on my family a bit. So she's definitely like a pillar in how I see who can affect the family in such a big way. And I like definitely one of my role models. Even as I change how I go about my life, she's always kept a very like what's the word I want to use? I don't even know, but she's kept me solid and grounded through a lot of shit. And she's got a ton of anxiety and shit, and I think that's also what like makes me love her too, because like the way how she sees the world, and sometimes it is limited, it allows me to see it in like a high capacity, because it's like, you know, I know she won't do all these things, so it's like I'm gonna just do them and bring the stories back to her and shit. So but that's my mom in a nutshell though.
Yo, Flash, can I ask you a real quick question?
Yeah,
like, is your mother the type that even at the age that you're at right now, is she worried sometimes where you at safety wise and stuff like that?
Yeah, always. I mean,
I thought I used to think it was just my mom, but like my mom's always been like, I'm a grown adult. So I'd be like, Mom, I'm good. She's like, nah, just let me know if you're home safe. I'm like, I'm grown, Mom. But that's just how she is.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I like making my mom worry, but I don't even tell her sometimes because
I don't like my mom's worries. So I'd be like, Mom, I'm good. Just relax.
Just to see if she cares. Yeah. Just to make sure she still cares. Yeah. All right. Just don't call her. Huh? This thing right here.
That's fucked up.
It's all good.
Who's this guy?
Your Shake, how do you feel about your mother?
Yo, man, I love my mom to pieces. You know what I mean? I feel like as a kid, she wasn't as hard on me as I felt like she should have been. And she's just like a big softie. She's always like worried about how other people. She always wants to help other people and look out for other people. That's what I love most about her. But I feel like she allows people to overstep sometimes, and she needs to be a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah. Not to just allow people to do what they want, because she's just a really nice person, and sometimes people take advantage of that, and I feel like I like to be there to tell, like when I see stuff like that, I like to let her know, like this is what I see, and see if she sees it as well. But overall, I love my mom to pieces. She's a sweetheart. I'm not gonna say she's the funniest, like all the rest of y'all saying. She's not funny. She has like mom humor, and I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But the thing I love, most about her is the fact that she's always looking out for me. Unlike Flash, I don't make her worried on purpose, but the fact that she's always worried about me, she's always calling to check up on me to make sure I'm okay. She always hit me up. Like, it gets on my nerves sometimes, but I understand why she does it, and I appreciate that she does it. Like somebody's making sure I'm alive. The fuck, these hoes are right. Okay,
like my mom is like. I'm sorry, like I definitely feel like mothers are legitimately always concerned. Like they don't have no like incentives. They always concerned about your safety just off the strength of like off love. Like
if you got a good one, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mash, I want to hear about Matt. Well, I know I spoke to Mash mother, and I like her.
Yeah, go ahead, Mash.
I feel like my mom is the best mom in the world. I know y'all like y'all moms a lot, and I mean no disrespect to y'all mothers, and they cool and all that. My mom's shitting on y'all moms. I'm just saying. My mom's is the best moms ever.
Whatever. I like your moms too.
I feel like my mom's the best moms ever because don't nobody advocate for me like my mother advocate for me. Like my mother is my biggest cheerleader, and she's like huge. And I'm big on, like words. What's the shit called?
Words of affirmation.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's because of her, because she speaks so highly about me, and it just feels so good, and that's why I love my mom so much. She's so caring and loving. I call her Mother Teresa because she always doing shit for people she don't need no business doing it for, but it's inside of her. Yeah. I love her to death. That's my mom.
Shout out to your moms, man.
I think it's safe to say we all love our mothers. All our mothers.
It's definitely also safe to say that Mash mother definitely ain't taking no champ or crown over here. Don't be trying to issue on my mom.
I'm just the only mom he has.
I like your moms too, but don't be trying to just come at everybody else's mothers like
don't
that.
Try to shut down my mom.
I'm not shutting down y'all moms. I'm just letting y'all know that they not better than mine.
Your mother not better than mine.
Respectfully.
This guy.
We're gonna see how good your mom is when I do the dance challenge. Okay?
Exactly.
Bring that shit. She got a challenge from nigga she don't even know. Right?
That's all right. I'm gonna bring y'all together too. Watch it. Watch.
So that leads me to my first burner question. And to those who aren't familiar with the SR podcast, shame on you. Burner questions can be answered one of four ways: with a yes, no, which is straightforward. It's complicated, or what had happened was, which is basically it's complicated, or had happened was. And then the fourth option, which is sophisticatedly ratchet, and that's our wild card answer. You can answer that however you see fit. So my first question to the team is: are you still an angel in your mother's eyes? So for Shake, we got a nah. Okay, so for TJ, we got a sophisticatedly ratchet. For my man Flash, we got a yes. My girl Mo, we got a sophisticatedly ratchet. And Boogie, what you got? That is, it's complicated. I'm gonna go with it's complicated too. I'm gonna go with you first, Flash. Why you say yes?
I say yes because my mom don't ever push the limits on like the things that she talks to me about that would ever put me in a bad light. Doesn't matter what it is, even if she can possibly think those things, because like I said, she has like her anxiety with certain shit. She never like lets herself get fed anything, like unless it comes from me. And because when the things that I tell her, at least that come from me, not to say like I don't tell her anything that goes on in my life, but I don't tell her the most like ratchet things that I would probably do in my life. I don't tell her about my younger whole day stories and nothing like that. So for her, it's like she only knows like, yo, he goes to school, he goes to work, he studied this, he works on this, and it never goes past like certain conversations.
Occasionally he chokes bitches in the basement.
Right, she doesn't know that. She doesn't know that.
Nigga, you said you don't in a previous episode. You said you don't dial it down. So okay,
Damn, she doesn't know that.
I mean, what mother does though? Even I keep that on the low. I don't get too, you know what I mean? I give my mom's a little respect in terms of not giving a TMI.
Yeah, but this is why I say like in my mind, yeah, like I don't think she's ever like seen me in any other light. She's never had to see me like step out of any character besides the one where it's like, yo, I'm just her son at the end of the day. So, and until that day comes, yeah, she might be surprised if I have to ever get out of character, but generally nah, like I'm calm and collected in her eyes. Like she don't see much, so that's cool.
So that's what makes you an angel. Okay.
I mean, yeah, like nigga, that's her viewpoint. I mean,
well, I said no.
Jake, why you say no?
I know it's no, because I know my mom's no angel, yo. I'm out here. She know I'm out here slutting out these chicks and shit. Like, I mean, she don't know the extent.
You seen TJ neck almost break when you said that?
She don't know the extent to which I was doing. I remember at one point when I was younger and shit, she's like, "Stop doing that to those girls, Josiah." Like, I'll probably have like she would see, I would have one girl over and shit, and she know this is my steady girlfriend. Then I come bring another girl over and shit. She be like, "Stop doing that to these girls." And now, so I know for a fact that she knows that I'm not an angel. Okay, does she think I'm a bad person? Nah, I'm not a bad person, but I'm not an angel, nigga. That's all I'm saying.
I have a question.
My mom ain't stupid, okay? Go ahead.
You guys were allowed to have girls come to the house?
Yeah. I brought girls to the crib, and I definitely
and
used to bring them up to my.
Whoa.
No, I ain't got it like that. The only time they come in is if they snuck in. They couldn't be just walking in the front door willy-nilly.
I was able to bring them home.
I ain't never had it like that.
Is that why you think your mom was like lenient or soft?
Yeah, she was extra lenient, but like that wasn't part of it. You know what I'm saying? It was more of the fact that, I was pretty much allowed to stay out late at night. I pretty much was allowed to do what I wanted. Like I basically I didn't even have to go hard with lies. I'd be like, yeah, I'm at my grandfather's house. Okay. And I would just dip and do whatever the fuck I wanted to. I'd be somewhere in Elmhurst and shit, smoking weed and doing whatever the fuck I want.
I got to ask you something though. It's like, listen to the way you talk to your mother. It's like, I get it. You got some wild shit going on, but you ain't you behave for the most part I can say that, hey, you raised right in terms of you got a job.
No, as far as me,
I'm trying to understand like how did your mom's balance that? Like she let you do this kind of wild shit, but there had to be some shit that she was kind of stern on.
She didn't let me. She just never stopped me. She never did anything to try to control me. Like I basically had to find myself. You feel what I'm saying? It was never like, it wasn't like, like I couldn't do stuff. I could always do what I wanted to do. If I had money to do it, I could go do it. You feel what I'm saying? But she never tried to really like stop me, or you know what I'm saying? I didn't really have too much rules. I didn't have to be in a house by a certain time. I didn't have none of that shit. I did whatever I wanted. And I don't think that was a particularly great way for me to come up, but I turned out okay. But my mom is just a little too soft. You know what I mean? She's a little soft.
Like I don't want to put you on the spot, Shay, but like you could also let me know it's okay if I ask you this, but with your moms, was you able to like if you had some real excuse my language, would you have some real shit that you had to say, or if you needed her opinion, you could kick it to her and she would give you that honest opinion, right?
Yeah, but I feel like she's always trying to be nice and shit instead of telling me like real shit. Like when my mom is always trying. She doesn't want to hurt people's feelings. She's a nice person.
Same way. No, I feel you.
She always. I don't trust that I'm gonna get a good answer from her. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't go to her for like to come to her with stuff like that, because I don't feel like I feel like I will either get the answer like trust in God and pray and stuff like that, or it'll be along the lines of nah, it wasn't that bad. You're okay. You did. You know what I'm saying? Like. I'm not really gonna get that real raw answer that I'm looking for, so I wouldn't go to her with something like that. You feel me?
No, I feel you.
Okay.
I didn't even know that.
So I know you're a preacher's kid. Who was the preacher? Your dad or your mom?
Oh no, my grandfather. Yes, yeah, we all grew up in my grandfather's house. Yes, we all grew up in my grandfather's house. So yeah, my grandfather, we used to pile in the car and everything, go to church together, and my father was. I'm not even gonna go into that, but he was heavy in the church too. But he was on his own.
Definitely a different.
Well, I know the apple don't fall far from the tree, so you don't gotta say no more about your daddy.
All right, so TJMO, you said
boy fucking in the church.
Yeah.
All right. Be nice. TJMO, sophisticatedly ratchet with your answers.
I said, you want me to jump in?
Go ahead.
I said sophisticatedly ratchet because I honestly don't know if my mother thinks I'm an angel. I mean, I'm gonna go back and ask her, like, Mom, you think I'm an angel? That's how I put sophisticatedly ratchet, because I really don't know. But if I'm being real with myself, I know for a fact my mother knows that I'm not an angel, but she's not gonna judge me. You know what I mean? For anything that, but she knows that I'm not an angel. She knows the stuff that that I'm myself may not like what I'm doing or whatever the case may be. And she'll say something. She'll just be like, this is my opinion about it, but I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want you to get upset at, you know what I mean? But so I think she knows that I'm not an angel, but she won't judge is what I'm saying. She's not going to judge.
That's dope,
she'll give me her feedback on it. Like what I think, she's like, well, I'm going to just tell you what I think. So she'll give me her feedback, but I don't think she's going to judge me. But I'm going to ask her that question, but I don't think she thinks that I'm an angel. I mean,
TJ?
Because she feels, we're human. Yeah.
Facts. That's dope, though.
Right.
I like to say that there's different relationships you should have with your mom. There's the red light, the green light, the red, the yellow, and the green. And I would say that I'm in the green, right? Where I don't really need my mom for anything. I've been kind of on my own since I was 17. I joined the military, moved out of the house. So I've been doing my own thing. And the ways that I need my mom is like the love, the support. If I needed something, even financially, like if I needed a loan, she would get me and I would pay her back. We have that type of green relationship. And I think that she knows, so she would support me in anything. And she loves me. She thinks that I'm an angel in that sense. But she also knows that I'm a savage. We recently went to a wedding and she was like, we were in the car just having like car combo, and she was like, I love how you don't stick around when these relationships don't work. She was like, I love how you're so ready to love and you're always ready to move on. Like if it doesn't work, you're ready to find love and you put yourself into love with someone else. So she knows I'm a savage with these niggas and girls and bitches, and she just accepts me for who I am. So no, I'm not like an angel, but she knows that I'm dual, and she accepts me for that. So yes.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yo, Boogie, you said it's complicated. Why'd you say it's complicated?
Oh, the reason I say it's complicated because it's like I can't really speak for the word angel, but I think my mom knows that I'm trying to be a good person. I've dealt with my ups and downs in terms of like flaws. I had a very strong frustration issue, just all the shit that a kid, that you're dealing with as a mother dealing with a kid. And I feel like throughout that, she's had the patience to kind of understand that I'm dealing with it. Like she knows I've done some bad shit or just said some bad things, but she knows I'm trying to be good. So that's why I say it's complicated. It's just like I'm like, to be an angel, I always think about it. You have to be perfect, and I know that's not realistically possible for anybody. So that's why I say it's complicated. Like I'm not an angel, but she knows I'm trying to like aim towards that.
Yeah, I feel you 100%. I say the same thing because I'll try to be perfect, but I know I'll never be perfect. She knows that. I mean, she's aware that I'm never going to be perfect. She wants me to be. That's why I say it's complicated. I don't think she thinks I'm an angel. No. Yeah, but she would never tell anybody I was a devil. Like she would never put me out there. She talks about me
as if I'm an angel.
She would never put me out there like
exactly,
that.
Boogie. Right, I agree. They talk about you like you're an angel, but
like it's nothing
but they know.
Praise.
They know.
Like I don't know about you.
They know what they know. What they know.
Annoying. Yeah. Like at a family reunion or a function, she got to introduce me to everybody over there. I hate, like, I love her for it, but I hate that at the same time because I don't want to be saying hi to everybody, but that's your mother. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel that 100% as far as like when I go somewhere with my mother, everyone knows I'm her son. Like I'm 30 plus. Like, Mom, chill out. Like we can't be walking into Walmart and you're like, hey, this is my son. Yeah. XYZ. Like, Mom, chill out.
It's like, I love the fact that you're so proud, Mom, but damn, Mom, we at the store.
Facts. So I'm gonna swing into my next question, right? My next question is, I don't even know if this is a burning question. This is more so a talking point. What do you think are some good motherly characteristics? What are some characteristics that a person has to have for you to consider them to be a good mom?
Patience.
Patience? Why? Why patience?
Because I know that as a kid, my dumb ass thought I knew everything, and I know, my mom's needed patience to deal with someone like me. Because if I was in her shoes, I'd have got rid of my ass quite a few out, like a couple of decades ago. I'm a difficult motherfucking child. Like, yo, the shit I used to say to my mom's like if I was her, I'd have been put me up for adoption. Like, get this nigga the fuck about it. Anyway, I'm just saying.
Wait. So Boogie used to be on some white people shit. Like, fuck you, mom.
Like this stupid ass little kid that just don't listen. That was me. Like, yo,
we was all
don't touch the stove. Don't steal a pen. And I would be like, all right, mom, I won't. And then I would just steal a pen, just like that. I was that kid. And it's like I think about that during the years. Like, my mom's had patience to do with that shit because I know I wouldn't. Anyway,
right. I would say
this nigga was a serial pen stealer and shit. Like,
I was a bad little kid growing up. Thankfully, ass whoopings took that shit out of me.
I know. Can I list some qualities, Mash? Or did I
of course you can. Of course.
Okay. I would say patient. I would say supportive. And that a lot of that's where a lot of our youngins get lost because they don't have the support that in their upbringing. So supportive. I want to say caring. Like, I don't want the parent to be too soft, but I don't want them to be so rock solid hard either. You understand? So I say caring in the fact, like, yeah, it is tough love because you still need to instill something. You can't have the child, walking or running all over you either.
Yeah, you still have to set limits.
You have to set limits, right? Exactly, and limits and limit setting with the child, but definitely supportive, patience, caring. That nurturing feeling, because that's how people start looking elsewhere for it, and where the hell they looking for it? That ain't it. So it needs to start from, needs to start from home. I'll stop there and let other people give them.
I think that was a good list. I was adding to your list. That was a good list.
Yeah, I was about to do the same thing, Mo.
I think setting limits is really important. Having discipline is a really good thing because hearing shake be like, right? Say, I wish my mama was harder on me. You know what I mean? It's like, dang. So it is important to set limits as a mother.
Right.
Especially like raising sons too, right? Like you still have to set limits for sons.
I know that raising daughters is a completely different ball game for mothers. Like it is. Like y'all have arguments and conversations
completely different
that sons and mothers really don't have,
But raising sons and daughters is a different ball game for men as well, my nigga. Like for fathers as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I raised my daughter. Like I like my son. My son, he was walking to school by himself since he was 6 years old. My daughter, she's 9, and I'm still like not okay with her walking across the street. Like, listen,
right.
But you know what it is with with my son, it's more of it's more of the fact that he was just more aware of his surroundings, and I noticed that about him, as opposed to her, she's more like me, who's just kind of like
free spirited,
she kind of free spirited all over the place, not paying attention, and things can happen to her. So that's how I've always been. That's why I've always been a lot more protective with her. As far as my list, yeah, she's very vulnerable. As far as but then again, like as she grows up and I watch her grow up, you realize that she's not as vulnerable as we think she is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was scared of leaving her in the house by herself. You know what I'm saying? And now she's just like, that was a year ago. Now she's just like, yo, her mom is going to the store. She's like, nah, nigga, I'm good. I'm gonna stay right here, relax. But nobody's in here. So what? I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So it's fun to see her grow up and, into this young woman who doesn't really need us anymore. And eventually they get to that point. And I imagine, that's how moms see us. They seen us as like these little kids who were just so dependent on them at one time. And now we're just growing up into these independent people. And I think, moms have to let go. That's a very important quality about moms. I think they have to allow you to grow and let go. You know what I'm saying? Because you're getting old. As you get older, the rules have to change and they have to adjust based on how old you are. And love, being caring, being there for your kids, making sure they eat, make sure they got somewhere to rest their heads. Those are really important things that are really important attributes that I see that a mom needs to have.
Flash, what's some motherly characteristics you think are important?
Well, I mean, I speak for my mom. I'm gonna go with consistency and sense of humor. I feel like for consistency, my mom has been very consistent with how she loved her children, because she's had 3 children between me, my sister, and my brother. But then I also saw my mom's growth to be able to still like even give love to another child through my pop's other daughter or whatnot. And it's like she was able to extend like a whole branch of like love for my other sister who didn't like grow up with us, but still like
older.
Well, your father had a
she,
child outside of marriage.
Yeah, or
Okay.
before, whatever, or probably before he was married or whatnot. But yeah, but
prior. So she's
yeah,
older than you guys.
she's
Okay.
1 year. No, she's 1 year older than me, and a year younger than my sister. Well, she's in between that somewhere. So we're like the same. We're like the same age for like a few months, and then.
So he had the baby when she was with your mom's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a little bit more messy. Huh? Tell me more, my nigga.
Nah, we're not going that deep in the family.
Juicy.
But once again, but speaking of my mom though, like even the ability for her to have that type of I don't even know what that is.
Unconditional love, yeah.
Yeah, and the reason why I even speak so crazy now, because my sister, she had like her doctorate celebration this past weekend or whatnot. So, and she spoke about my mother, and she was like, number one, my mom inspired her to get into nursing. And then my mom took her in from, at the age of 13, 14, and literally like raised her to be a woman, knowing that she had a mom that was in Jamaica, but the mom wanted to give her an opportunity.
A better chance,
yeah. So she sent her to, America to, get her stuff together and whatnot. And my mom took it in like it was her own daughter. And that's love, if you ask me, because, and that shows the type of person that my mom is, number one.
Unconditional love.
That takes strength too. Like to put that pride away.
Yeah. Yeah. And
that
it's like
takes strength.
And my mom is the type of woman too, where it's like, even when she found out the whole issue, it was more like, you gonna take care of your daughter. That's her mentality. Her mentality is not like, oh, you had a daughter, like, oh, no, she said you're gonna take care of your daughter, and you're gonna take
responsibility.
And you're gonna take care of your family. And that's only and that, granted, that was a conversation I was there for, but just to understand, like, looking at it and how everything unfolded, I'm saying like, wow, my mom has like been through a lot, but she's tough, like, and so that's why I say even consistency, because she was able to take that love and give it to like a whole nother kid, and she did it without any type of like holdbacks either. And it's like, that's why
effortlessly.
And I realized that's why my sister like loves her, just to like how she like that relationship is just dope. And sense of humor was also something big on moms, because like I said, I feel like my mom is super funny. To me, she roasts everybody, like any and everybody, and she only does it from like the privacy of the people that she loves. So she's so proper in front of like everybody to a certain degree. She's very quiet, very like, oh, okay, that's nice. But then when she's in the back, she watch TV, she's like, oh man, yo, that's an ugly dude, some shit like that. So she's super, super funny to me, like, because she code switches like a motherfucker. But yeah, she's just good at what she does. So that's why I said I got love for her.
Yeah,
shout out to
Can I piggyback on that?
Yeah, so
yeah, thanks for sharing that, because it reminded me of my mom. And my dad had children prior to my mom, and my dad would bring the kids over, his 2 daughters, my sisters, and pretty much he thought he was like a dad, taking time to spend with his kids, but he wasn't really spending it with his kids. It was my mom, playing with us, taking us places, stuff like that. My sister actually listens to the podcast, and I remember they didn't like my mom. And I'm sure they didn't like my mom because, my dad was married to their mom, and like it must have felt like my mom was taking them away from their dad or whatever. But I know that they did not like my mom when we were younger and growing up. And now they really like see the value of my mom. You know what I mean? Like now that they're much older. And I think when you brought that up, it triggered that for me, like to see how selfless my mom was, how much she loved them. My mom is the one that's like really like, she loves their kids as if it was her grandkids too. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she's always shown them that love. And I think when you were that age and you're like, okay, you took my daddy, like, I don't think they could see that love that she gave until now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, real shit.
Mm-hmm. Man.
Okay.
That's that unconditional love that I feel like all mothers should have for sure.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I think in terms of motherly characteristics, I think that one of the most important ones is boundaries. I think that you touched on it, Mo, when you were running down your list, you know, but boundaries are really, really important in order to establish those roles the right way, you know, to be able to say
setting limits.
Right. Yeah, I think good moms do that really well and still are able to be cool and nurturing and supportive and patient and all of that, but still, nigga, I'm your mother. Don't get crazy because I will let you know that I'm your mother. Like, you know, like I think that is one of the best characteristics that a mom can have.
Yeah, I was gonna say something too.
Go ahead. What?
No, and I said it's just so funny you say that because I think that's a point where the transition happened with me and my mom, like because she's being a mother, you know, and at that time because she's being a mother, it's like, oh man, she getting on my nerves, she doing this, but that's her role. She's my mother.
Right.
And after a certain point, it's like, and because they need to rear their child, and that's what she was doing at that point. Now, when I'm turning 17, 18, is mommy can now look back and say, hey, she's flourishing. Now I could be her mother and
whatever else you want to be.
Whatever else you want to be, whether it be a friend and a mother, because I didn't, you know, like I reared her. I'm at a point now where I could release a little bit and now let's flourish. Let's be mother-daughter duo. Let's flourish that relationship, because now you're at an age where I don't have to be.
You're giving her advice too, Mo.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we giving her advice.
Leave him alone.
She'll call me. Yeah, my mother called me.
Shit. We do that.
It hit different though. When you at the stage when you could give your mom's advice on some shit, it hit different. Like, mom, this how you.
And she does. I remember, me, Tiffany, and my mother, me, TJ, and my mom had a 3-way conversation. And my mom was getting advice from us, like, oh, what should I do? Because I didn't get, you know, so it's just like you said, Boogie, it's so crazy to see the transition, because she does call for advice sometimes, like, oh, what you think I should do? Or, oh, I reacted to, I cursed this person. I said, Ma, you reacted to, I know I should have waited before I cursed them out. I went to
That's like fucking fire. I love shit like that. Like, I'm sorry, I love that shit.
Yo, I be cracking up. That lady's hilarious. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's all good. My next question I want to ask you guys is, what's the worst punishment your mother ever delivered to you when you was
I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
This is why
nigga, this shit fresh or something? Like, what the fuck?
You always talk about
this. Go ahead, Mo. Let us know. What she do? What she do, Mo?
Yo, I dead ass thought I was really gonna have a sweet 16. No, ma'am. Lady was like, no. I thought it was a joke at first. You remember? Yeah, I thought it was a joke. Like, I think it was something because, and I'm not good at math. Anybody that knows me know that I was horrible in math as a child. Like, I really struggled in math. I don't remember if I failed the math test or something like that. And I looked at it like, you know, math, she knows it's not my strong point. So if I fail math, it's not because I didn't apply myself. I literally struggled in math. So I was thinking like, all right, it's just math. I passed everything else. I was like, what? You fail math? I'm like, yes. I'm really trying to plan out the Sweet 16. My mother's like, yo, you're not having one. I'm like, yeah, all right. You know, I'm thinking she's joking. No, I didn't have a Sweet 16. I was really hurt behind that. But what I would say is she did not give me a Sweet 16. But she took me to an amazing restaurant for my 16th birthday, and it's called The View, and it's in the Marriott Marquis Hotel on 42nd Street. The hotel was dope.
It rotates.
The restaurant, rotates as you're sitting down and eating. So, you know, I didn't have a Sweet 16, but she definitely, you know, came through for my 16th birthday. But I was devastated about the Sweet 16 because I thought she was joking.
What lesson did you learn from that?
Nothing, because she still sucks at that. Still does.
Joking?
Well, she's still salty about that shit. You can hear it in her voice.
I know I'm hurt. I was like, Mama, you really didn't give me a Sweet 16. Like, while you was on that level, like that high of a, you could have just been like, come on, you could have gave me.
Because your ass ain't behaved. That's probably what she said.
No, I know, but she was just like, well, no, she was like, because you didn't. I was like, but Mommy, you took that from me. Like, I'm supposed to have a Sweet 16. That's a life lesson.
See, your problem. I'm gonna tell you what she taught you. You thought you were supposed to have a Sweet 16. Ain't nobody supposed to have nothing. Okay, you get what you deserve. You didn't deserve it, so you didn't get it. That's a lesson you should have took from me.
You speaking like
there you go. Exactly. Thank you, Dad. No, but like I said, and she still, and although I did not get the Sweet 16, she still made me, you know, she still did something for my 16th birthday. But you know, my eyes,
she still found a way to make you feel special.
She still found a way to make me feel special. But I was just like, no, like I was thinking I was gonna have this big sweet 16, you know.
She was like, "Nah, but I got this for you. You be all right."
Like me, I had the sweet 16 with like girls and 8 guys. We had limo. I had like the whole like it was like the
that wasn't a punishment.
You see like the Spanish people do. We had that.
So
that
wait, was this
wait.
Was your sweet 16 before Mo's? Like when's your birthday?
No, it can't be. It had to be after. It has to be after.
It was after.
Oh, you ain't shit. So you studied on her extra hard.
I was in her sweet 16 though, so that was part of my sweet 16 too. Yeah, but that's why
you can't take someone else's sweet 16, my nigga. You didn't have a sweet 16.
No one like, yo, like you my sister. I'm gonna share this with you, girl. I didn't have yours.
I mean, not for nothing.
That's grimy as fuck.
It was like everybody's party, you know. Everyone had to wear a dress and get pretty, get their hair done. And to be honest with you, I think I had the sweet 16 because that was my mom's dream. You know what I'm saying? Like she couldn't wait to throw the sweet 16 for me. You know what I'm saying? Like so even if I was a bad as fuck, I think I still was gonna get it.
Well, you probably still got it.
I know I wanted it too.
About the worst punishment. We talking about the worst punishment.
Okay, sorry. I didn't want to rub it in your face.
Word. You see,
you know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking.
So,
but that was the worst punishment for me.
Let me tell you.
The worst punishment was
my worst punishment for my mom was maybe hitting me with whatever the fuck she found. Could have been a double dutch rope.
Facts.
She's abusive. Call 911.
Yep, my mom hit you whatever she get her hand on.
I ain't going in front of the belt wasn't available. They do be reaching for shit. I don't like that.
A book, a shoe,
whatever the fuck she can find.
Just random shit.
Yeah, so I would say that the way how my mom punished me definitely wasn't on no like go in the corner or she would take my toys away. I agree. Like my mom, I think I quantified punishment with like how large of an item my mom would hit me with.
How bad you was.
So people game. So I'm sitting here like, so like usually if if it was going down, mom would come in the crib or whatnot, you did some wild shit. All right, shoe come off. She had the move where she could kick the shoe off, grab it, hit you. If it was a belt, she could find the belt, boom, get you with that shit. And I just remember one time, I think I was sitting, I don't know what happened, but she pissed me off. She pissed me off. And she I think I did something where it's like I slammed the door like behind me because she told me to go wash the dishes. I don't even know why I was pissed to go wash dishes, but she did something. Something. I was playing a video game, something, but I was pissed at the kid.
So she was just being your mom.
Yeah, so I was
probably Dragon Ball Z. That's some real shit. You don't want to miss that. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was in kid piss mode. So I remember slamming the door crazy behind me, and I was sitting there stomping up the step. I'm like, oh, she really think I'm gonna wash these dishes, huh? She thinks, but no. In all reality, I was actually on my way to go wash the dishes. Like, but I stomped up them steps crazy.
Until you got pushed in the face.
Yeah. So hold up. So I get to the kitchen, and I'm sitting there in front of the sink. I'm sitting here like, yeah, I shouldn't even wash this shit. And all of a sudden, I hear like the thunderous like footsteps coming up the steps now because I'm thinking like, damn, she really heard me slam the door because this is the basement door. This wasn't a regular door. The basement door got some oomph to the bitch.
I love the build up to this shit.
Yeah. So when I pulled the bitch in, like the whole house rocked, But I stomped the steps mad quick. Yeah, she felt the shit. So all I hear is her coming up the step, and I was like, oh, what? She gonna hit me because of what? Because I'm washing dishes. I'm in front of the sink. She came in the fucking kitchen. I'm sitting here like, yeah, and what? And all I remember is her. She looked around the kitchen and she looked for the biggest shit that she could find. And at that time, it was like one of these 3 to 4 gallon Mazola oil bottles. When I tell you she grabbed this shit and she swung this shit like it was Thor's hammer with both hands, my nigga.
Oh my God.
Smacking me with that shit. And all I remember is saying like, that's the limit. Like I will never allow her to get that angry at me again. So when I tell you, like, I ain't slam a door ever in my life.
What did she say to you when she did that? She said no words?
Nah, there was no
words.
She
just came in, took the shit.
He knew what it was. He knew what it was. He knew what the fuck he did. You know what you did, nigga. I don't gotta say nothing.
I looked at her with the damn. You just hit me with a Mazola bottle, like the oil, the big shit. That shit that was on the ground.
With no words. She wanted all the smoke. She wanted all the smoke.
Yeah, my nigga. I turned around, I washed them dishes, and I said, I would never slam a door again in my life, my nigga. I don't even slam my car door, nigga.
And I just want to put an input when at least I'm speaking from a Caribbean aspect. My mom is Jamaican, y'all. So I'm just coming. When they hit you, no, like Flash said. she just bopped him. But if you get hit with a belt, trust me, they're gonna talk to you. Didn't I tell you to pick what? You know, it's always a whole sermon. I'm like, oh my god.
Every whoop is a syllable and shit.
Yes. Yes.
Facts. I piggyback on you that one, bro. I definitely don't remember getting punished. I definitely remember getting fucked up. I remember a couple ass whoopings as a kid. One of my most memorable ass whoopings was on Jamaica Avenue. Cause my mom beat us in public. Wow. This is before white. This is before people was like, "Don't beat your kids." This is when niggas beating their kids.
Yeah, my mother.
This is when kids is beating their kids.
Yeah. So my mom's took me to Jamaica Avenue, and we was at Strawberries. For those that don't know Strawberries, back in the 90s, they used to have like a whole fucking lower level. All their shoes on display on like a fucking platform stage. And you could sit up there and try on shoes and move around and shit. Yeah. My mom's is in Strawberries trying on shoes. And for some reason, I was really on my G.I. Joe shit that day. And I was making a fort out of the shoes and shit. And the shoes turned into fucking grenades and shit. So I'm throwing the shoes. Boom! Boo! Mom's peeped me from the cut. I don't know if it's like somebody tapped on her shoulder, like, "Hey, missus, that's your son?" Because when we made eye contact, I knew I was dead. I knew. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm dead right now." So as she came toward me, I tried to run up the stairs to Strawberries, and I don't know when she got so fast, but she fucking juked so hard. And when she juked, she broke her current heel that she was wearing in the store. So that just made it even madder.
That was even worse.
When she got me, she got to catch you.
When she got me, my nigga, she got me. And ever since then, I just remember Strawberries, and I never look at that store the same after that ass whooping I caught that day.
Every time he walked past Strawberries,
every time
his head went down.
Boo! Every time.
Yo, once Matt said that she lost her heel, that's what I knew. That shit just got real for her. That shit got real.
Yeah. Walk with your head down, my nigga. Walk with your head down.
He definitely fucked me up. That was probably my worst.
You don't even remember the ass whooping. That's how bad it was. You can't even get no detail. That shit was that bad.
I didn't get my ass whipped that much and shit. But I distinctly used to when my mom hit me because she would no. You know what? I liked it when my mom thought that big belts hurt. You know what I'm saying? She would get the biggest belt and shit. Those are the best ones. It's the little shits that be fucking you up. So I was just like, I loved it when she used to get the big shits. And I was just like, and I would act like that shit hurt like crazy, nigga.
Oscar-worthy performances and shit.
Yo, Shake is good. I can't. Shake is good.
I good friend. I did that shit too.
When she beat me with the purse strap, that was a problem.
How many y'all used to get beatings and then go in a room and be chanting to the devil like, "I fucking hate her. I want her to die. I can't stand her."
Oh my God. Not out loud.
I was like,
not out loud.
Really? I'm never gonna beat my kid.
God forbid you get an ass whooping and your parents catch you talking shit after that ass.
I'm not beating my kids.
Nah, I'm not gonna beat my kids either. I ain't beating my kids. I definitely didn't cuss my mom out, but I used to always like plot to move and shit. I don't know what type of money or whatever I had, but I was one of those kids.
I agree. Mine's just running away. I packed the whole bag.
Yeah, I feel like in my mind, I'm sitting here like, if I run away, I know she's gonna be tight. Like this has got to be the way.
Yeah.
This is how I'm gonna punish her. I'm gonna punish her by
running away.
But then my mom was the type of one. She was like, yeah, now go ahead. Then like, where you gonna go? Like, and I'm saying like, damn, she right. Like,
nigga, don't nobody want you, nigga. Nobody wants you.
That too. It's like, where you gonna go, nigga?
Don't nobody outside of this house even fuck with you like that. The people in here barely fuck with you in this house.
I just realized how much of a lack of a threat it is. Like, my mom leave. It's like,
right.
Less food for the groceries.
Let me know how it go. Let me know how that shit go.
You know how much electricity I'll save? You want to play video games all fucking night? Get your ass out of here. Go ahead and go.
See how that shit work for you on the street.
Facts.
That was a good one, man.
Parents definitely got patience for that shit.
Yeah.
So wait. Do people still say mama jokes?
Your mama jokes?
In 2020, the kids still say mama jokes? Is that still?
I mean, if you talk about Instagram, people say everything on Instagram, but I don't say your mama jokes in person. Stop doing that a long time ago.
If a nigga said a mama joke to you now, like, would you take offense to it?
What's the joke? Like, yo, your mama so like your mama so ugly.
No. If I was like, your mama so Haitian. ... You feel any triggers coming up from that?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what you were saying in terms of my mom is Haitian, so I wouldn't know how to be offended by that.
Like she's like so Haitian.
Yeah, like my mom's been in like U.S. for like over 3 decades, but if you speak to her, you would think that she just got here. Like her accent is well intact, and I love her for that. Like she is Haitian. She's not Haitian American. She is not American Haitian. Wow. She is a Haitian woman.
Really? Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so I wouldn't be.
So what if they came to you?
So Haitian, and blah blah blah.
No, what if they came to you and said some shit like this? Your mama's so ugly. When she tried to join the ugly contest, they said, "Sorry, no professionals."
I'll be all right.
I'll be all right. I think
as a mama joke, as a mama joke, that's pretty good. I like that one.
I'll probably laugh.
You see,
I would not be offended by mama jokes. As a matter of fact, I'm not
even gonna play that because if somebody really came out their face like out loud and it was like your mama this, I'm gonna say your mama sucked my dick last night. Like, what? Like,
I know Kanye West not passed. I know people put some shots at that. And like that's where you kind of draw the line. Like if I know that your mom's passed, it was dealing with something like serious.
No, like if your mother passed. No, if your mother passed or something like that, then I think
no mama joke.
That's why I don't tell mama jokes. But nobody should ever come to me with a mama joke because I'm gonna just say like, this is what you want. Like you want to get roasted in front of the world. Like
really,
like yeah, like don't do that for me.
That's not what you really.
But I'm not offended by mama jokes. Like, that's somebody's funeral.
Personally, I don't care about mama jokes, but I am overprotective of my mother. Since I was little, I can remember like being super overprotective of my mom. I don't play that shit. Actually, my ex, when we broke up, it kind of manifested from a situation where I felt like he was being disrespectful to my mother. Like I do not play that shit at all.
Me neither. You can't say that.
So yeah, you cannot disrespect moms. Mother jokes when you're younger, you know, your mother got popcorn titties in a row behind. She 9 years old, like freaking.
Yeah. Like,
wait, what? Run that back. Run that back.
Your mama got popcorn titties in a rubber band. She's 9 years old, like Frankenstein.
I like it. I've never heard that shit.
Nah, girls do shit.
Nah, I ain't hear that one.
Girls put this. That's some Bronx shit. That's probably Bronx shit. Some shit they used to do when they was playing.
Yeah, but I agree. Yeah,
shit they was doing. They was playing stickball and shit.
Mama
jokes, playing stickball. They was fucking coming up with
I think now, like in this day and age, like mama jokes, I probably laugh about it. But like TJ said, like I am protective of my mom. Like I can't stand anywhere and let somebody disrespect my mother when I'm standing there. That's not gonna happen. That almost happened in the grocery store, and I went the fuck off on the person. And I had to. Afterwards, I apologized. You know, I was like, "Mom, sorry, I had to get out of character." But nobody's gonna disrespect you. She was like, I did just so rude. Yeah, but you ain't let them be rude, not to you. Shit.
Yeah, I can agree. I'm definitely overprotective about my mom. Like, I wouldn't allow my mom to get disrespected in public or nothing crazy. I remember one instance where I think somebody tried to cut in front of my mom at the grocery store. Now, like, I was like, nah, this ain't gonna happen. Nah, like you ain't see me here. Nah, you ain't see her. Like, what's up? Like, but. Yeah, generally not. But my mom is also the type where she doesn't put herself in any situation where it's gonna get crazy too. So that's why I'm always like, because she knows like I'm a ride all the way for what I gotta do. So I'm glad like she understands like don't put me in a situation that I gotta ever act out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody know any good mama jokes outside of TJ with the rhyme?
I'm trying to think.
Your mom is so dumb. She put 2 quarters to her ear and thought she was listening to 50 Cent.
I can't.
Your mama's so fat. Your mama's so fat. She can't jump to conclusions.
I get that 7.
That's not bad.
Your mama's so broke.
Your mama,
she went to McDonald's and put a shake on layaway.
What about this one? Your mama's so fat when she fell, I didn't laugh, but the sidewalk cracked up.
Not bad.
Like your mother's so fat, her car got stretch marks. Is that enough?
I mean, do they funny, but they still funny. But I laugh at shit like that.
You say your mom's so fast she fell. I ain't laugh, but the fucking sidewalk.
And you know what's wild is that like y'all remember the show Yo Mama, where that was the context of the show. Like all you had to do was spit Yo Mama jokes and shit.
Your mama jokes all day, baby.
Yeah, like whoever had the freshest mama joke, like
original shit.
There's
bro.
some stupid one. Yeah, they said your mama's so fat she brought a spoon to the Super Bowl. I can't.
Yeah.
Your mama's so stupid. Your mama's so stupid. She put airbags in the computer in case it crashes.
Oh my God.
Real talk.
I don't know. I like these Yo Mama jokes. I wouldn't say that to someone's mama, but I like just hearing it.
Yeah. Oh man. They have old school ones.
I did want to say something. Like me and my cousin was kicking it like last month, and like his mom is my aunt, so obviously my mom and his mom's sisters anyway. So we was talking or whatever, and as he's describing his mom, you know how it is. Like the same way he talks about his mom is kind of the same feeling I had towards my mom. They're kind of similar since they're sisters. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because he told me something like he talks to his mother every day. At least communicates with her, makes sure that she sees his face because that makes her happy. It's like it's just maybe a 20-second phone call, whatever. But just those few moments is like is golden for your mom, especially as y'all getting older. So that is something I'm proud to say I do on a regular. Like I try to make sure I call my moms. If she can't see me, if I'm busy, I try to make sure I just take time to text her. But I communicate with her every day because like when you think about all the shit that your moms do for you, there's very little to kind of give in return. So you know what I mean? I always try to like give her that respect and always make sure like, hey mom, how you doing? Good morning. That kind of thing.
Yeah. It's important. That's important if that's her thing. If she's the type of mom that wants that.
Yeah, she definitely is.
The type of mom who wants that type of shit. Because my mom's like, why you call me every day? What do you want? She's like, what do you really want if you call me?
And it's like I try to tell her that, but it's like she just likes to know that I'm safe. She just likes to just hear my voice. And it's like it took me a while to like I didn't comprehend that before. I remember a while ago I told her mom I don't want to talk that much all the time. I just it was being realistic. But when I was speaking with my cousin, it's like just talking to your moms, a couple of seconds a day, you'd be surprised. It does a lot for her. Like even as a Mother's Day gift, I remember a couple of years ago, we didn't even do nothing. All he did, I was calling my cousin. We was on FaceTime, just chatting it up. And it was like Mother's Day. We was going to talk about just calling her moms later. I was like, yo, let's just FaceTime him right now. And it was just a 2-minute conversation. We all just chopping it up. It was my mom, his mom, you know what I mean? And it's just like we chilling, but you could tell you could tell like they a kid in Candyland, the way they smiling, just laughing it up, like they getting all this energy, just chilling. And I want to say that because I feel like that's just very powerful. And just in terms of that regular communication, I feel like mothers or parents overall definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Does anybody else have anything else they want to add about mom before we end this episode?
I actually wanted to talk about how there's a few things. First of all, I wanted to talk about how ingrained your mama jokes used to be in like male culture when we were younger. Like that shit was big, son. Like niggas used to make fun of each other's mamas all the time, and it wasn't just your mama joke. It's like, yo, your mama coming over later and shit. I'm trying to get these clothes right because your mama coming over later and shit. I don't know.
You had a good looking mom. You gotta watch it.
Oh,
niggas trying to fuck your mom.
Yo, was it pause. Boogie, was it nothing worse than having a good looking mother? If you had a good looking mother, it was a wrap. Nigga, she was the target of all type of conversation. Niggas fuck your mom.
Y'all seen Justin's mom?
These little niggas didn't hit puberty yet. They don't even know what a nut is. But every little nigga fuck their mom. Everyone.
Exactly. That's true. I agree.
This shit is crazy.
I have an attractive mother growing up. That's a no.
Exactly. Shout out to
have an attractive mom or a fat mom. If your mom's is fat or attractive, she was the topic of the conversation is cutting your ass.
Like if your mom's was super fat, you had to be tough because you had to be prepared for those kind of things. I mean, you can't be a simple nigga with a
you know what fuck niggas up on Parent Teachers Day. On Parent Teachers Day, when they would bring their parents in, I'm writing shit down. I'm getting this nigga next week. This nigga's father got the beat up days, so I'm getting this. Yo,
shout out to the parents that are savvy enough to always just fly for the parent teacher conference. Like, nah, and then y'all on nigga shit of my son because of me. Nah, I'm good, nigga.
Yo,
my mother always came to parent teacher night.
You know, another thing is like on parent teachers night, the mothers were the ones you had to watch. The fathers, I ain't giving shit about the fathers. The fathers, like they mad lax, but the mothers, Oh man!
Come outside. They might even handle you in front of your teacher.
What?
Real talk, G.
Oh, word! If the grades was that bad, I never had that kind of experience. In terms of like they usually wait till they get home.
I
to
never
kind of
went
talk
to
me,
parent
you know
teacher
what I mean?
night. I never went to parent teacher
I
night.
never told my parents about that shit.
Yeah, you would have
went-
got fucked up.
I went to parent teacher night.
Jake.
Nope, I went
I
to
got
parent
work to
teacher
do.
night so I could change or switch up the narrative. Like, no,
Mhm,
that's
mhm.
not that wasn't me. No, I'm going. I'm gonna insert myself. Like, no,
That's right.
it's Miss K. No, that's not what happened. Like, we're not gonna do that.
You know,
I'm gonna-
you in trouble with parent teachers. And I say like, hey, Mr. Kimball. I'm like, oh man, why they start calling niggas by their last name?
Last
You know you in
name,
trouble.
yeah.
You would never call me that shit during class. But now, Mr. Kimball, fuck
Oh,
you.
my.
Fucking
Nigga.
Exactly. I'm going to parent teacher night. Shit, I ain't missed one
Mo, you
yet.
fresh as fuck. You ready parent teacher conference like, no, Miss K, that's not what happened. No, you better be.
No, because they all used to be like, oh, because so and so, and one thing my mother used to always say is, I'm not here for so and so. I'm here for my child. Like, don't talk to me. No, it's true. Like they always want to bring up, oh, so and so, and this and that. My mother's like, that's great, but I'm here for my child. Why are we talking about so?
Right.
Nah, that's smart.
Right.
That's smart. You're not
Right.
gonna fall for that
No.
bullshit.
I also kind of want to bring up the fact that I had brought this up to you guys a few days ago. How most women, I like to use generalization. Most women were enemies with their moms in
Take
their
that.
teens. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like most of the women who I've
I
spoke
talked
to,
about that. Mhm.
like they were enemies with not just you. I'm talking about most women, because whenever I talk to a woman about yo, how are you with your mom when you were 16, when you was in your teens, and they always started the same way. That bitch.
I mean, that's the mother-daughter dynamic. I feel like that's always going to be kind of like.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like they have to go through them cycles. Women have to go through them cycles. You know what I mean? They have to go through that cycle of hate to get to where they are with the love with them, because they learn to appreciate their moms, especially when they get older. Because teenagers, all kinds of shit. And I'm not a girl, so I don't know. Maybe you guys could correct me. I feel like girls have to go through that cycle. And eventually I get to the point where you guys love and respect your mother if she's a good mom. I can't really relate because I didn't really go through that. I went through like a rebellious phase, but my mom just kind of was just like, you're gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really irk her as much as I feel like boys don't bother their mother when they go through that phase as much as the girls do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's because they used to be so sweet. They used to be like, "Mommy, I love you." All the time they be like, "I love you." Now they turn into these little hate mongers. You know what I mean? That just want to do what the hell they want to do and calling their mother a cock blocker all the time. She's a cock blocker. You just mad because you. And they say a lot of hurtful things at that age. And me, when I was 16, I saw it and I thought it was regular. But as I get older, I see that they probably shouldn't be talking to their moms like that.
Probably
you know what I mean?
Not. Probably not.
Like,
there's a lot of pressure on young women.
There's a lot of
growing up. First of all, we can start having babies after we get our first period. And, there's girls getting their period at 9 years old. So I feel like a lot of parents or a lot of mothers are like, I don't want my kid getting knocked the fuck up because they're going to be the one stuck with this baby. And while the boys just run around, do whatever the hell they want to do. So there's a lot of pressure on women, on young women growing up. And I'm sure that has a lot to do with, why mothers are so strict and we have that love-hate relationship as we're becoming ourselves. Then you start feeling yourself a little bit too. You know what I mean?
I was just about to say that that's exactly what you start feeling yourself because you're getting older. So it's kind of like, you start wearing whatever wearing whatever you want to wear. That's one thing I can say my mother never bothered me about. Honestly, could say that as long as I look decent.
I mean, I've been skinny my whole fucking life. I never had a big booty and titties. Remember those girls that had big booties and titties?
Yeah.
I understand them working around in tank tops. I mean, I was still wearing like a size 10 in high school.
Right.
So
I think
like my mother wasn't worried about what I was wearing.
I think it's because you smell yourself, and it depends. It depends on your upbringing. Like I'm always gonna be like coming from, and it's different households, like maybe American households as opposed to Caribbean households too, because some people feel Caribbean parents are more strict, vice versa. Some people may have a Caribbean parent that's not strict. So, it's really hard to say, but I do feel as females, you do start feeling yourself, you know what I mean? And that's when, and although I never disrespected my mother, I never called my mother out her name or nothing crazy like that, but it was that little tense time. And it was about, I want to say 16, about 16, where it's kind of like, yo, like I'm out of here. I was
like puberty is real. Like, remember at 16, obviously you probably understand the term puberty, but no one's actually experienced it. It's not like we could talk from. I mean, we growing and trying to like adapt as we go at 16. So I always looked at it as a miscommunication, misunderstanding, because parents, it's like they've been through it. They kind of understand from their perspective, and they have an assumption of how you can understand. But like you going through it, so it is always going to be that conflict because of the different perspectives. But I never looked at it as hate. I always looked at it as like. Just a misunderstanding.
A disconnect, like a disconnect.
Well, I mean, I can't speak on how mothers feel about their daughters, but I know my father was a huge cock blocker, and I don't know what that was about. So I don't know if it's specific to gender because he was just a cock blocking ass niggas. But I also realized, at least for me, like even though at 16 I felt like my mother was strict, but she wasn't the strictest because certain things, like I said, I feel like as I got older, like 17 to 18, you would start seeing certain things come down, like. If my mother was home, I mean, if I'm with my mother, she may allow somebody to come over to the house. It may be a guy or whatever, you know what I mean? Or if I have friends over, I'm like, hey, ma, I have friends over. She was like, okay. And I think that's what she was trying to teach me. Like, you don't have to lie. Like, because I'm lying and anticipating that my mother's going to say no anyway. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to lie and do what I want to do. Whereas one day I remember my mother went away and I had people over the house when she wasn't there. And I remember calling her and I was like, Mommy, I'm having some people over. She was like, okay, just make sure you do. I almost like I had to do. I was like, "Yo, this is my mother on the phone." Like, but it's, you know, like, I'm older. Right. You know, I think I was older at that point. But it was just like what I'm anticipating she's gonna say. She's probably like, "Girl, like I've in my time probably have shown her how I can behave," and she at least
the trust is there.
Trust me, like, there.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
Like
when I was 16,
no longer I'm sorry.
Right.
When I was 16, I used to love moms like yours and shit. They was gonna let you have a party at your crib.
But that's not at 16. But no. That wasn't at 16. I want to be clear. That's probably when I got older. Maybe like 19, 20, maybe around there.
Okay. So that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Wasn't at 16 though. I can tell you that.
Shit, at 16, it was real, nigga. If I'm letting you have people over,
but my mom did, but I did have a party. Remember, I had a party at my house. Everybody thought that was a big deal at that time too. Remember that, TJ? My mother was dancing. My mother danced with Pooch. Like it was a whole crazy thing.
I remember that.
Remember that?
It was in junior high
School. Yep.
Facts. And then Uncle Luke come on and niggas put holes in your wall. That's what problem is.
Oh God!
You want to turn the lights off?
Yeah, we had the lights off.
Turn the lights off.
We did have the lights off. Yeah.
A party is not a party. Some shit end up broke. A house party is not a house party unless some shit is broke or stained forever. Some shit that you can never get the stain out.
We had that.
That's the stipulation for a party. Got to be a stain you can remove. I hear that.
She moved out all the glass tables. Remember, I was in the living room and I have all this glass. She moved everything, all that glass shit in her room.
Yo, I remember me and Mash had a house party and somebody put a hole in our wall. And we seen it, and I think we just lived with it from there on out. Like it became part of the crib. Just to be honest, we put something in front of it every time the landlord would jump by. Like, oh, everything was nice as fucking here. I'll be like, yeah, of course. But behind that shit. Yeah,
that's where the problem was.
That party had to be lit if y'all wasn't talking about that shit. Yeah, looking at you like, nah, that shit. That party had to be lit.
I could distinctly remember one party I went to, and there were 3 fucking dents in the wall right next to each other. Dents in the fucking wall, big back-sized dents, because Uncle Luke had been playing for a good hour and shit. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Luke had that much music, my nigga, and they all sounded the same. It was "Pump That Pussy, Bitch," "Pop Some Titties." And niggas are leaning on the wall and shit. You know American nigga shit. They leaning on the wall. The girl pumping it on them. Putting holes in people's walls, bro. Putting holes in people's walls. I miss Uncle Luke. We gonna do an Uncle Luke party.
Man.
But yeah, I guess that's it, right?
That's mothers. Facts.
Oh man.
Let's say the last rounds. We love our mothers.
I love you, mommy. If you
Shout out,
I love. Let me just say this about Chris Carroll Tucker. Really, I just want to say I love you, mommy, and I'm just, you're a rock star. You're a breast cancer survivor.
Gang.
The mothers of the SR tribe. That's like God shit status. You know, the SR goddesses and all that. You know,
goddesses.
Let's wish them a happy Mother's Day. Let's
facts.
Mother's Day. Last year, last year they got Father's Day love and shit, but this year they're gonna be back to getting that real Mother's Day love.
Mother's Day love.
Yeah, Ma, I know you're not gonna listen to this, but I just want to let you know your son is an angel. Okay.
Oh God.
Happy Mother's Day, and I love you.
We love you. We love you, mothers.
Happy Mother's Day, Lady P.
Mom, if you listening, I love you, and I guess I'm gonna talk to you later.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We love you, moms.
So I guess that's gonna be the end of the episode. Like, comment, subscribe. You're a part of the tribe. Stay a part of the tribe. Promote our shit. Share it to other niggas. We want to grow this bitch.
Exactly. Podcast on IG.
We love you all. We love you all.
Sophisticatedly_ratchet on IG. Check us out.
Right. Shout out to all the single moms out there. You know what I mean? We love y'all. Shout out to all the single dads out there filling in mama's role. We love you too. Everybody keep being great. We love you. Shout out to Lady P. I love you, mom. You're the best mom ever. All right, bye. This is the best one.
I'm gonna cut that shit out, nigga. Cut that shit out, nigga.
Lady P, you that
laugh, nigga.
Can I end the broadcast or?
That was a good episode.
All right,